Well, we're getting ready to start the sixth annual East River Jazz Fest. And what a way to begin it with Mad Monk, presented by Hope Udobi's Ensemble. He's a pianist, and he's going to be joined by Herb Scott on saxophone, Elliot Seppa on bass, and Terence Arnett on drums. I'm feeling really good about the development of my programs this year. We're hitting a nice kind of stride. This year's series is celebrating, the whole year is celebrating Miss Ella Fitzgerald, Mr. Dizzy Gillespie, and Mr. Thelonious Monk, all of whom were born 100 years ago in 1917. We've done a few programs thus far celebrating Miss Fitzgerald, whose birthday was back in April the 25th. And one of the events during this 7-series event will take place on Sunday afternoon, celebrating Miss Fitzgerald, where we'll have Tia Ide and her ensemble performing at the Anacostia Arts Center. That's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The series has 7 events. 4 of them are celebrating Mr. Monk, and only one actually is celebrating Mr. Gillespie. That one, the Gillespie program, will be on Monday, the 12th of June at 8 o'clock in the evening at the Anacostia Playhouse. Trumpeter Freddie Dunn and his ensemble will present that program. And then to continue with the with the Thelonious Monk's programs on Sunday morning at the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens. Come and enjoy a duet presented by Charles Ramont Woods. He goes also by Ramat Sabaz. He's a flautist, a saxophonist, and he'll have a percussionist performing with him. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then on that afternoon, we'll follow up with the Ella Fitzgerald program over at the Anacostia Arts Center. On Tuesday evening, we're going to do a duet. Many of you probably have heard of Warren Wolf. He's a vibraphonist. He and Chris Funn, 2 of the most celebrated artists in this region in jazz. Chris Funn plays bass. They will do a duet exploring Monk. That should be an interesting program. It's also going to be at the Anacostia Playhouse. That's on Tuesday evening at 8:30 in the evening. That's Tuesday, June the 13th. We round out the festival on Saturday afternoon, June the 17th at 2 o'clock at the Fort DuPont Activity Center. It's inside of Fort DuPont on the main street that runs through the park. And at that event, we'll have Lenny Robinson's take on Monk. So it's going to be a really interesting series. 4 Monk programs, 1 Gillespie program, 1 Ella Fitzgerald program, and let me not forget to tell you about a special thing on Saturday afternoon. Pepe Gonzalez, many of you know who he is. He's a bassist. His wife, Imani, is a vocalist. And they're going to look at the connections between African music and Latin music on the jazz platform. And they're going to explore it from through the spirits of Miss Fitzgerald, Mr. Gillespie, and Mr. Monk. So that should be an interesting idea as well. That's Saturday afternoon at the Anacostia Community Museum. So again, beginning tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock at WEAC Radio, come listen to Mad Monk. Online at www.eastriverjazz.net. It's $10. You come tomorrow evening, it's $15 at the door. And in order to fill the space up, we're asking you to bring a friend. Your friend will come in free. You spend $15, your friend comes in free. So it's 2 for $15 tomorrow night, just for that special event tomorrow evening. Come listen.